Or you could just leave again.
Beautiful.
Who's here? Is it just... Oh... Jubilost. I don't know much about the first game, about Kingmaker, but I do know that Jubilost is one of the characters, one of the companions. Unexpected sounds break the menacing, monotonous atmosphere of the Worldwound. Business-like chatter, the lazy noise of ponies, the clatter of instruments, and rising above everything else, a rather expressive voice. A flying ship? How could he even think of proposing such a thing? Guess you tell me we should travel by portals or streak across the sky in a winged chariot. And don't look at me like that. I know what you mean. That this card has experienced things you wouldn't see in your worst nightmare. And it's time to retire and put its wheels up beside the fire, axles creaking as it tells its card grandchildren stories of its wild youth. But I can afford more reliable transportation than this wreck. To this, I will say that great explorers and discoverers set out on their expeditions on foot, and they didn't complain about it. Yet you can't even survive comfortable ground-based travel in an ordinary cart. Over that, the owner of the expressive voice turns to you and nods, as if he didn't expect to see anyone else. A Jubilost Nafropple. I'm just passing through. The name is familiar to you. Nafropple is an eccentric gnome scholar from Absalom. Traveler, explorer, popularizer of science, journalist, and author of a dozen books and countless articles. Due to his overly sharp tongue, he's been sentenced to death or exile by no fewer than 3 or 4 nations of Golarion. That's a feat. Every year, new rumors surface of his death at the hands of some offended monarch or another. I've heard about you. You're a scientist and an explorer, aren't you? A Jubilost Nafropple, scientist, traveler, cartographer, journalist, lecturer, author of numerous books on popular science, almanacs and breakthroughs, discoveries in half a dozen academic fields. And at one point, I helped stop a millennium-long conspiracy of a first-world demigod, but that's nothing. You know, I've heard rumors of your death. Jubilost shrugs in an empathetic, dismissive way. These rumors never stop. I'm not a desk jockey, but a field researcher and a cartographer. I spend most of my time on the road, stopping only briefly to finish a paper or give a lecture. Every time the unknown of new mysterious land swallows me, my detractors jump at the chance to spread stories of my death. I've been credited with perishing in the depths by the eye of a Benango, meeting my end at the hands of the Whispering Tyrant when Last Wall fell, and many far less impressive deaths, such as being drowned by kobolds in a river in a place not marked on any map. Hogwash. I do not imagine myself immortal, but so far, I've been able to avoid meeting Aasimar. There's just so much to learn about this world. What a huge difference compared to Regill. Jubilost's speech seems confident, and there's no reason to doubt his words. Yet, he mentions the fall of Last Wall as a well-known fact, when you know for certain this nation is alive and well. Interesting. And with the Swarm Mythic Path, we could just assimilate him. You just happen to be passing through, so deep in the Worldwound. What's bothering you? Of course, I didn't mean to say this happened by accident. Passing through simply means I do not intend to conduct extensive research or educational work here, just make a few observations here and there. I wonder if we had Nenio with us, if they would talk. That would be awesome. You know, I have one of your books. Would you autograph this for me? An unexpected request, but admittedly a pleasant one. Of course I will. Why not? Jubilost takes the worn book from you, and his amiable expression suddenly vanishes. Item lost, Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea. A culinary almanac. Of the dozen of articles on practical alchemy, history books, geographical reference books, and brilliant political essays I've published, you choose a cooking book? Jubilost glares at you. And sighs heavily. Of course, any recognition is good. You want a culinary almanac, so that's what you get. Here you go. With best wishes, the author. I wonder if you could find multiple books from him, and also funny that we actually have that one. So, what's wrong with your card? Oh, I suppose I should have left with that. Sadly, my card is stuck and my assistants... Jubilost casts a peevish look at the three gnomes shuffling awkwardly nearby. As it turns out, are completely incapable of applying the most simple practical skill in fixing this blasted wagon. I would appreciate your help, Commander. All you need to do is attach the wheel, clear the road, and calm the poor ponies. The woman called them great stress. Well, think not only to the ponies. How exactly do you know I'm the commander? I haven't introduced myself. Jubilost adjusts his glasses. Obviously, it's about my acumen. Surely you didn't expect a renowned scientist to be so ignorant as not to recognize the most significant historical figure of this region and era. Oh, you. The first one was also funny though. You're asking me to fix your card? Me, the commander of the 5th Crusade and wielder of mythical power? Ah, let's see what I can do. This is wonderful, and don't think me an ungrateful lout. I'll be sure to mention your generosity in the article I write about this encounter. I'm going to take some notes, and you may get started on the repairs, Commander. So let's start by fixing the wheel. After 10 minutes of work, a little bit of ingenuity, the wheel slides back in place, none the worse for wear. A thought just occurred to me, Commander, says Jubilost. Barely pays attention to your attempt to repair his card. What do you think of your place in history? You brought a healthy healing dose of chaos to the rigid order of the Crusades and opened the door to Elysia. Who would have thought? Perhaps my fate has been far from ordinary, but I'm satisfied with the path I've chosen and the person I've become. And are those forced to follow you happy? Those who depend on you? Jubilost adjusts his glasses. Are you one of those people who go ahead without bothering to ask the opinions of others? Very inquisitive. Then again, who am I to lecture one of the greatest figures of our time? Be in your way and Desna will aid you. I'll just stand here by the side of the road and take some notes. We didn't even finish repairing and doing the stuff. Anyway. Do you revere Desna too? Must have travelled far and seen much. The goddess smiles upon wanderers. Ah, a Sister Desna, and of a very unusual kind. Jubilost looks at Arueshalae with curiosity. Yes, I've been to many places and I hope to visit many more, but I'm surprised at your admiration. Does Golarion truly overshadow the wonders of extraplanar travel for you? In the past, I did not travel. I hunted. I saw no wonders. I did not understand the delight of walking the road, seeing new places or making new acquaintances. So you've surely seen more than I have, because I could not see. My eyes were closed. Then I wish you to keep them open and see all that you wish to see. It's worth it to spend a lifetime traveling, or even more than one. Let's calm the ponies. Did they just collide? The ponies' eyes seem oddly intelligent. You get the uneasy feeling the ponies are playing along with your attempts to calm them, chuckling to themselves. Still, they obediently stand where they're supposed to, ready to pull the cart. Hey, Mr. Northropple, did you fall asleep or something? I haven't heard any snide comments or philosophical rants for a good 6 minutes now. Something is clearly amiss. What was that? An attempt to practice your wit at my expense. Not bad for an amateur. Wit is useful quality. Sadly, it's not always accompanied by the intelligence to assess whom you can safely mock and whom you should leave alone. Last but not least, clear the way for the cart. Your efforts are not in vain. A pile of junk blocking the path has been swept aside. Well, I guess that's it. I did what I could. What? Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I should be on my way. How unfortunate. I haven't yet satisfied my curiosity. But what can you do? Time waits for no one. Jubilost seems very sassy. I like him. You know, I have the feeling there's something you're not telling me, Mr. Northropple. There are some strange slips in your speech and demeanor. Jubilost pauses. I must admit, acting is not one of my talents. I was hoping to casually run into you, in a completely natural way, then ask a few questions. But it is tricky to appear natural when this chance encounter takes place in the middle of the Worldwound and you come from the future. What? The future? Jubilost pauses again for dramatic effect. Yes, exactly as I said. Some of our friends, many in number but acting as one, can do the most curious things to time. I humbly ask them for an opportunity to meet the legendary commander of the Fifth Crusade in person. I desperately wanted to take a few notes on such a fateful figure in Golarion's history for many articles on the Age of Lost Omens. Interesting. I hope you're not angry about this small masquerade, and even if you're angry, I'm still satisfied. Oh, with an Ian we could forcibly send Jubilost back to his time. Yeah, I think I'm not lawful enough to play Ian and enjoy it, because they're just like, basically like, space-time continuum judges. Well, best of luck to you. I hope you come by these parts again. My apologies, but 1,000 more discoveries await me. I can't stay in any one place too long, but I'm glad to have met you. This conversation provided me with much food for thought. Farewell, Commander. Having already turned his card, Jubilost suddenly slaps himself on the forehead. Oh, I almost forgot. I was asked to give you this. Item received. Golden Toad. What an odd encounter. But a very fun one. I wonder if it would even be possible to kill him. A tot statuette made of solid gold. It looks more like an idol than a decorative figurine. It's still just worth 200 coins. Once again, let's go for the Valley of Temples. And another forced encounter. Let's see who it is. Gosh, it's 9 PM. Why am I so tired? When ancient goes, I think it's related to the Secrets of Creation. Yes, bye. We don't need it. We already solved this quest.
Here we go.
And we're so slow that we will rest. Now I'm itching to play the first Kingmaker, the first Pathfinder, which is called Kingmaker. I see that you are carrying a great burden. Pain, loss, guilt. If you wish to ease your soul, I'm here to help. Always. Is that Woljif? Ha! Lad, if I laid even a quarter of my burden on your dainty shoulders, you'd be crushed. I think that's Woljif. Let's say it was Woljif. Alright. But now finally. Gosh, let's hope we can save them. Hmm? Oh, not there. Ah, there's our favorite demon. My children, the hour of our final communion has come. Accept your fate. Master, serve, master. You, my creations, will serve me for all eternity. It's not true. Fight it. Fight the evil in your soul. No, children. There can be no redemption for you. When you don't need it, succumb to your sin. And if you yearn for more, I will grant you the poison of my sting. Wait. Before we all go charging in there and rip Savalmalek's head off, let me go in alone first. Let me carry out the plan I came up with back in Lushinira. I thought a lot about how I could punish Savalamak for what he's done, and I found a way. Remember how he bragged about becoming stronger? That means he's gotten careless. If we don't have the brawn to bring him down, we use brains instead. Looks calmly. Lann calmly looks you in the eye and asks, Logan Aldori, do you trust me? Oh gosh. No good things start with do you trust me? What exactly is this plan of yours? Looks sheepishly at you. I can't tell you. The plan sounds decent in my head, but whenever I've thought about sharing it with you, you know that at best you'll tell me no, and at worst, you'll go and fight Savalmalek without me. That's why I'm asking for your trust. No matter what it is I'm going to do, no matter what it looks like. I know the risks I'm taking. I'm scared that Lann is just going to sacrifice himself or something. On the other hand, we've been through so much, I can't imagine Logan not trusting him, so I'm scared. I trust you. Do what you need to. Tries to smile. Thanks you, that means a lot. Whatever happens to me, I won't let you down. Promise. Oh no. Oh no. Do we have to do that? And why is he gone? Ah! Panic. I really hope he doesn't sacrifice himself. Especially if it's not necessary.
Distract him from me.
Bend my dream.
I just hope he has a really good plan. Okay, we are still kind of fighting then, aren't we?
Prepare yourself. Desna, guide my hand.
Quick save. Quick save.
Can't make the demons wait.
Come on, Lann. And once again, the time for your communion has come. Those who have yet not pressed their sinful nature will do now. And those who have accepted their sin will grow stronger. Feast, my children, feast. Now you're truly worthy of your ancestors. Soon all Golarion will bow before your might. Hey Dad, or whatever you call yourself. Got a snack for me? Oh gosh. Sting me and be done with it. I'll either die on the spot or become the best of all mongrels, like you promised. Oh gosh. Will die, won't he? I like your daring spirit, Lann. I could use a general like you in my army. You die or be corrupted. Accept then my poison. Let's see if you survive its sting. It's harder than I thought. You've still got some life left in you, don't you? Arise, my son. Do you know the difference between me and you? Dad, you've got slaves. I've got a tribe. Whenever someone in the tribe needs help, it stands as one by their side. It's been that way forever, and your sorcery won't take that away from us. Nethol, slay the demon. What preposterous? What? My children want to tear me apart? You'll pay for this, mongrel spawn.
Did we step on their toes as well?
I don't really understand what just happened and why it's working, but I will take it.
Endure this. Good guys.
Yeah, now you.
End
Did
here.
you see that?
It was an easy one.
Looks like that's it. Not another mongrel will die today. Or is there one mongrel who's about to get it after all?
I hope he survives. I think so. I think it was a good ending. He studies your face. You help Lann believe that you trust him. Oh. So maybe depending on the things we did in the past? You could have told me everything. Do you really think I could have tried to stop you pulling a brilliant crazy move like that?
Fair enough. But I figured my plan was a little too crazy even for you.
Bit
I
risky.
thought you'd just forbid me from intervening. But I needed to do it. For myself. For my tribe. You know, I didn't think I'd survive. But, truth be told, I wanted to survive. I never expected to feel this way. I've always thought about how I would die a glorious death, and how I didn't need anything more than that. But when it came down to it, I suddenly realized I wanted to stay. With you. With our crazy crew, with the Mongrels. Well, and to make my mom proud, too. And just to live a little bit longer.
So, you're part demon now?
I don't know what I am now. But I don't feel like biting a chunk out of you. Just yet. We'll see how it goes when it's dinner time and I'm feeling hungry. I doubt the Mongrels are cleansed of corruption. Even now that Savamelik's dead. Sure, it'd be great if, as soon as the bad demon died, we all turned into pretty Aasimars. But, it doesn't work that way.
I don't think so. So, Savamelik is dead. Everything turned out the way you wanted. So, what now?
Now we can live in peace. And if we're really lucky, and the gods have forgiven us, we'll have healthy kids with no signs of corruption. It'd be good if we could be the last Mongrels. As for me, I don't know. I never thought I'd make it through today. I need to think about a lot of things.
I'm still a little mad.
I'm glad to be alive.
I'm still a little bit mad that he expected to die and wanted to go through with it. How exactly did you manage to free the Mongrels from the demon's control?
Maybe my will was stronger than Savamelik's. But I think it's all because I'm a mongrel and he's an outsider. Even when your brain is clouded, there are some things you do instinctually. Our ancestors were crusaders after all, even though they strayed from the righteous path. Fighting demons is in our blood, and so is protecting Neathholm. I just reminded them of that. And they listened.
I think Neathholm was their home, right? That's why he said that. So, you obtained demonic power and killed the owner of that power. I didn't expect such a devious trick from you.
You think I actually wanted some demon to shove his sting in me? I took that risk for
That
my
sounds wrong.
tribe. To put an end to this once and for all. If I could pull this filth out of my body somehow, I'd do it right now.
No. Well, I guess it's time for us to get going.
It is. Thank you, Commander. If it weren't for you and everything you've done for me, I probably wouldn't have survived this fight. I wouldn't have had any reason to keep on living. But you turned everything in my life on its head. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And my tribe too, I bet.
Ah, such a nice happy ending. One of the Mongrels approaches you. Oh, I guess Lann, not me. Lann, big brother, and you, Commander, thank you for not forgetting us, and thank you for coming. We're going back to Dresden immediately to continue our service. This time, we won't disappear on you. Just try it. Bring you back myself. Lann laughs. You won't have any more excuses to skip town for a picnic in the ruins. Nice. What a nice ending for Lann.
Beautiful.
Ah, here we go. Do you remember me in the beginning saying like, oh, I have to rush to Isk? Well. Look what happened to that. Okay, we have the trap for the other. Main quest, we have find Queen Galfrey and find Captain Sykins. Which, by the way, I think I rarely say that in streams. At least those are German words. So Seil or Seil in German means rope, and Kind, or, well, if it's called Kind, it's child in German. So like rope child, if you would translate it. Don't translate names. Wait, that was, yeah, the Seelah one and the Daeran one. I don't really know what the Seelah one is supposed to be here, I guess. Gravestone Rock is. I'm kind of wondering if I could also do Is now, because it's exciting main story, and then do that the other companion quests. Maybe let's do that. See if we have something to do with the Crusade. Yes. Northern Lights, just one day. Ah, come on, so let's skip it. Stargazers of Ballura's Shrine have shared their knowledge with the commander. For many years, they've been creating an artifact that could weaken the connection between Threshold and the Abyss, shining Polar's northern lights down upon the fortress. The project requires just a little more work before it can be put into action. The commander will gain a powerful weapon that could one day affect the outcome of the entire war. But now to do the other one. Records of Ballura's Stargazers. 40 days. Threatened. The spies have reported that the enemy is preparing a series of attempts on the officers' lives. The generals are asking the commander to take precautions and protect his loyal servants. Let's train the officers how to fight off assassins. Another artifact. Let's do the good thing and pray. Ah, Harmattan's army. We're summoned for an urgent meeting. I don't know if it's actually urgent, but hey. Let's take the time to get there. It's just 2 days of walking. Yeah, is there another demon army? There is. Oh. Move them there. Protect our outpost. But just in front of it. Prayer. Inspiration. Inspiration. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here we go. Anyway. This longhouse. Ugh. Where are they? Here. These armies are just annoying. Hello, and yeah, just flee, cowards. The name of this village has been lost to time, as well as the name of the Sarkorian clan that lived here. The husk of a long house. It's decaying